All right, let's rock out some music history. Oh, through the bass!
All right, folks, welcome back to Music History with Joey, the podcast where we dig into the tunes that make your boots stop, your heart ache, and occasionally make you question why you're still single. I'm your host, Joey, coming to you from the heart of Kansas City, Kansas, where the barbecue is smoky, the traffic is questionable, and the classic rock still hits harder than a Monday morning. Today, we're talking about one of the greatest Southern rock anthems ever laid down on vinyl, Can't You See by the Marshall Tucker Band. Yeah, that's right. The one with the flute intro that sneaks up on you like your ex at a family reunion. You hear those opening notes and boom, man, you're already halfway to Georgia on a freight train, whether you bought a ticket or not. Now let's set the scene. It's 1973, Nixon's in the White House, bell-bottoms are somehow still a thing, and down in Spartanburg, South Carolina, a bunch of good old boys are rehearsing in some dusty warehouse. They find a keychain with the name Marshall Tucker on it. Turns out the previous renter was a blind piano tuner named, wait for it, Marshall Tucker. Nobody in the band knew the guy, but they thought, hey, that sounds cooler than the Spartanburg Sweat Hogs, or whatever they were going to call themselves. So boom, the Marshall Tucker Band is born. No Marshall Tucker ever joined the band, ever. So he just loaned his name like a cosmic cosigner. Personally, I love it. It's like rock and roll version of finding a wallet on the ground and deciding to keep the identity. The song itself, written by the late great Toy Caldwell, lead guitar player, main songwriter, and apparently the guy who could make heartbreak sound like a good time. Toy's brother Tommy was on bass, Doug Gray on vocals. Toy originally tried to give the lead vocal to Doug. Doug said, nah man, you sang it, and thank goodness because Toy delivers those lines like he's testifying in church after 3 shots of whiskey, man. The man sings like his life's on the line, and honestly, with lyrics like I'm gonna take a freight train down at the station, Lord, I don't care where it goes.
Gonna take a freight train down at the station, Lord. I don't care where it goes.
Man, did you hear those lyrics? It feels like your life depends on every single word, right? The story goes, Toy wrote this during a rough patch, bad breakup, heart smash, flatter than a possum on I-85. The guy's basically saying, woman, you done me wrong. So bad I'm fixing to hop a train and ride it till the tracks run out. Can't you see I'm leaving? Can't you see I'm gone? That's some dark stuff, man. But then you got that flute. Jerry Eubanks wailing away like Ann Anderson from Jethro Tull decided to move south and trade his codpiece for a cowboy hat. It turns the whole thing into this beautiful, rambling, foot-stomping cry for freedom. You want to wallow in misery? Sure, but you also kind of want to dance. And get this, guys. The studio version from their 1973 self-titled debut barely cracked the charts. It peaked like at 108. 108, man. The label probably thought it was DOA, but the band hit the road hard, touring with the Allman Brothers, building that sweaty, beer-soaked live rep. Then the live cut from 77 hits number 75 on the Hot 100. Suddenly, everyone's like, wait, this song slaps. It's proof that sometimes a tune doesn't need radio polish. It just needs to be played loud in a bar till the walls sweat. Tragedy hit the band hard later. Toy's brother Tommy passed in a car wreck in 1980. Toy himself passed in 1993, but Can't You See lives on. It's been covered by everybody from Waylon Jennings to the Black Crowes, and even Poison did it. And it's still a closer at every Southern rock show worth its salt. When that flute kicks back in at the end, chills every time for me. So next time you're driving down the highway, windows down, feeling sorry for yourself because somebody broke your heart, or maybe you just ate too much barbecue, throw on Can't You See. Let Toy tell you it's okay to run. Hell, it's probably healthier than therapy. That's it for this episode of Music History with Joey. If you laughed, or maybe cried, or just nodded along thinking, man, that flute really does sound like freedom, hit the subscribe, leave a review, tell your friends, and remember, life's too short to stay where you ain't wanted, man. grab a ticket, hop that train, and get the hell out of there. Until next time, keep it sexy, keep it rocking, keep the volume up. The story's coming, and for God's sake, can't you see how good this stuff is?